There we go. All right. I'm just getting set up and getting the forge up to temp. I'm going to be drawing out a piece of mosaic Damascus. Let's see if I can get to show up. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to run this through the rolling mill, get to an even thickness, and then I'm going to start forging part of it to the shape I need. What's up, buddy? What? Yeah.
But it wasn't that good, so that's why it's dead.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because another spider of those grasshoppers just ate him.
Gotcha.
Ate his leg. Fighting. His armor is so strong. They just took a little bite with one bite. Tail chopper. Tail chopper. Oh, I did it. Oh, chopper. I'm not eating it.
Just be careful, don't drop him.
What's it on the ground? What's being brown? What's it on the ground? I see on the ground.
Yeah?
And he does this. And I ran into something. He does it angrily.
All right. right, I need to get the rest of my stuff ready.
I gave him a goose. I gave him a ring around the bell, ring around the bell, ring.
Oh, sorry. I'm probably going to be on for several hours. So, but yeah, I'm getting a late start to my day, and honestly, it's been a while since I've forged on the weekends like this. So,
Are you talking chocolate?
no, I'm talking to the camera to somebody that's watching the live stream. Come here, buddy. I'll show you. Come here. Look at the computer. See?
I forget.
The camera's up here.
Camera's up there. Oh, I want to eat
So here. Wow. See?
Chopper. Chopper's here.
I know, but now you can see what you look like, but the camera's up there.
He sees it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
All right, buddy. I'm doing. We're making it. I don't know if I had mentioned this to you, but I've been dealing with issues with my roof. We have a brand new roof put on earlier this year, and the whole thing has to be replaced. And one of the hardest things that I've been trying to obtain, the hardest thing for me is getting a legit inspection done. And this last week, I got 2 of them done and got the documentation back. I've had people come out over the past 6 months, do inspections, and then never give me any of the documentation because they don't want to get involved in this shady company that did the roof in the first place. Which is odd to me because they wouldn't have to get involved. It's just kind of weird. But we've got a step in the right direction this last week. So hopefully we'll get it fixed before winter is in full swing.
Chopper's rocket boosters are legs are actually damaged.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now we can fly. I just moved all of it. Now he's flying now, but it's in there.
All right.
He's still floating. He's still floating.
It's come, yeah. Yeah, and one of the inspections I had was an actual home inspector that I hired, and I had trouble finding one that knew enough about roofs to actually give a decent inspection. And he came out and he brought his FLIR, his infrared camera, with him, and went through the house and found several leaks from the roof. Which is awesome and telling about the situation with the roof. So I'll be able to use that as ammunition against the company that needs to pay to fix it. And hopefully I can do it without taking anybody to court. I've got a buddy who is an attorney who is going to draft up a document for me to send to them, and hopefully pressure them to actually fix their mistake, which was hiring an unreputable subcontractor and then not even telling me that it was a subcontractor. They tried to make it sound like it was one of their departments of their company, but it wasn't. Yeah, it never ends. Yeah, and honestly, that's kind of why this year I have really taper it off with doing lives and all that stuff. I haven't had the energy. I haven't had the bandwidth to worry about everything else going on, get work done, and make videos and do lives. It just has not been possible, which is frustrating because business took a dip because of that and the economy. So
Sorry, Dad.
it's okay, buddy.
I just pretending.
You want me to help fix it? It's just his leg needs to be put back. There you go. It's okay. Just yeah, but let's. He's better on the ground. Holding him like that is easier to drop him. Okay. So you can play with him on the ground, or you can put him up on the table. Oh no, the Bowie knife. I'll give you an update on the Bowie knife. So this last week, I spent 2 days focusing primarily on the Bowie knife and really just the guard, because I've been dead set to do a non-ferrous metal guard, either copper or brass, and I've been trying to do it with brass, and it has not worked out. And Friday, I thought I finally had it, and figure out kind of the secret sauce with heat and moving stuff. And once again, the guard tines disintegrated, they broke off. And part of that, I'm using the wrong brass, and I know that now. At the time, I kept trying different pieces of brass that I have. Some of them worked a little better than others, but I don't know what they are. They're scrap pieces that I got. So yeah, so that ended up being a dead end. I did 4 different guards, and all 4 of them failed. That was all out of brass. So next step, I'm going to get some copper. I know I can do more work with that and still achieve my end goal with the aesthetics. Oh. And the aesthetic I have in mind is a chemical finish that I'm going to do the copper to age it. And I've messed around with it a little bit on a recent project and dug the results, but I think I can make them even more significant, more appealing. But before I can do that, I gotta get the guard done. So yeah, so that's fun. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, the knife itself. So I did the hollow grind. So it really comes down to a nice fine edge. It's not so fine like a chef's knife or anything like that. Kind of see the edge there. I left some of the forge marks like we talked about, and my idea is I'm going to make this look like it was made back in the day and has just survived over the years. So I'm going to sandblast this, etch it, glue it, do a bunch of different things, and it'll give it this not so much worn look, but like old steel look, I guess. I'm not describing it in a great way, but the guard itself is also going to have that real old patina look. What copper is going to do over time, but in a really quick fashion. I'm not going to go for green. I'm actually going to go for a blue patina finish on the copper using ammonia and salt. And I've done it on brass. I haven't done it on copper yet, but I've done enough research. I know what it should look like in the end. And in my head, this is going to be a piece that could easily look like something that was made back then and somebody kept in a cabinet for 100 years or whatever. But we'll see. Where are you going, buddy? Stay down here. What? Yeah, I don't want you going past there, buddy. Understand? Understand? Thank you, buddy. All right. Yay, that's my hope. I'm trying to take looks that I've seen on different really high-end knives and incorporate these things together into that build. But failure is part of the learning process, and I had 4 failures with the brass guard, so we're just going to switch gears. We'll make it work a different way. What? Oh, okay.
They found a way to get out when you're trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they actually.
Yeah, and if you want to kind of know what kind of blue patina I'm thinking about, you can do an internet search for copper blue patina and with ammonia and salt. And you may have to put that in there too. And I've seen it where it gives this really brilliant blue. And I just, in my mind, it's going to look really cool. If it turns out that it doesn't, I'll switch gears and I'll figure it out a different way. But I gotta try it this way first.
Daddy,
Yeah.
they could have
You want a snack?
yeah.
All right, tell you what, go to the garage and pick one snack that is not
Already open?
correct. Not those.
And those are too much.
Yes.
They have too much sugar in there. Too fun stuff.
All right. Oop. I'm forgetting about another thing I should be doing. Let's go. Forward. Always gives a cool look to copper. So I'm just annealing this so I can manipulate it a little more. This is a side project that I've been working on. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You okay, buddy? All right. Yeah? I think they were just trying to give you some love. Because they don't even know what fruit snacks are.
I was going to. A fly! A small bee fly.
Huh?
A small fly. It was a beetle fly. It's so small.
Beetle fly? Yeah.
It's actually just a fly that's a female, and it's so super small.
Oh, okay.
So I saw her like right there.
Well, I'm not going to worry about it right now because the big door's open. So
It's not coming out.
it might. You don't know that. I'm not going to deal with it right now. Excuse me.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
Buddy, stop. You want me to open your fruit snacks? What do you say?
Please, can you open my
Yep.
He was
Where are your fruit?
like,
What's that? No, not out here, buddy. Because I'm in the middle of doing this and working, and it doesn't really work like that right now. Because if I put a show on, it's gonna interfere with me doing the live and doing my work. But if you want to watch a show, you could go inside with Mama and watch a show. And then you can always come back out later. You're not taking Chomper inside. You know the rules. Have a hug. Lane. What? That's not nice.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just joking.
Come here.
I was just pretending to leave you.
I know. I love you. I love you.
I love you. I love
Uh-oh. You dropped your fruit snacks.
you.
Okay. Uh-oh. It's all right. It's all right. So, hey, listen. No on these, but when you go inside, stop doing that then.
I'll put that.
No, you drop it on the ground. I don't want you eating stuff off the ground out here. Look at me. When you go inside, grab another bag of fruit snacks, and then go upstairs. Once you're done with that one, ask Mommy nicely to open it.
Okay, I'll just
But let's, take them like this.
take it on that.
What?
Either like
The what?
I'm gonna bite of it.
A bite of it?
Until I bite of it.
Oh, yeah, just one. You can get one more bag of fruit snacks. One of those little bags. Okay?
One.
Yep. All right, buddy, go do your thing. All right. Good. All right. Okay, so I'm going to be going live on TikTok right now. All right. So I'm going to be going live on TikTok, right there, because I get a lot more engagement on TikTok. I want to just leave the YouTube kind of going in the background. So I've got that going as well. But yeah, okay. All right, so now get to work. My forge is up to temp. My steel is already in there up to temp. That's not where we'll put that. All right, I'll figure out how I want to set this up. And that's a little better. Here. That works for now. Oh yeah. All right. What I want to do is make this billet an even thickness before I move on to anything else with it. All right. So, all right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the live. I apologize. I'm trying to figure out how I want to position the camera. I feel like this is a good angle, because what I'm going to be using is the rolling mill primarily right now. What I'm doing with this rolling mill, bring around the front so everybody can see. So jaws right here, I've got a foot pedal. Right, this foot pedal that closes the jaws. Now, if I turn this on, top roller, and so it's pulling everything out this way towards me. What this allows me to do is set the thickness I want of the steel and get it really, really accurate. It'll be nice and even. I don't have to go through and try flattening it with my press and then hand straightening it, on the anvil. And I appreciate the roses. Thank you. But yeah, so in the steel I'm working on right now is a piece of mosaic Damascus that I started last Monday, actually. And I think it was last Monday. And it is for my forged in duck sauce competition night. Hey, yeah, it's been a ride this year, really, for us. And I had not had the bandwidth, I guess, is what I keep saying, to do everything else I need to do, not just with work, but with the house and family and everything, and still make videos and stuff. This year we just had so many things happen all at once and then continuous that it didn't work out for my sanity. So I'm back on today. I'm working on my duck sauce, forged in duck sauce competition night. If you don't know what forged in duck sauce is, so this is a competition that just got started. And the root of it is the bladesmiths like myself that competed in Last Blade Standing, and were rightfully so very upset at how that all went with donating the money and money not actually getting where it was supposed to, and people not getting the prizes they were supposed to get, and that whole debacle. So this is to make up for that, because we as bladesmiths, came together and we all said, we've got to make this right, and we can't do anything about what that person did. We can't affect that at all, but we can raise money ourselves and send it to the right place. So that's what we're doing. And this is a chef's night competition. I am going against 39 other bladesmiths in this competition. I need to get my steel out, so I'm going to move this right there. Guys, flip it end over end. That way everything is going to be nice and uniform. Take it up a little bit. Now I do have the lights on, and on camera this is going to look a lot darker than it is in reality. And because I have lights on, that doesn't help, but I can see the glow when it goes into a shadow, so I know where I'm at temperature-wise. All right. All 4 people on here. It's funny because I looked earlier and it was 160 some, and it jumped up to like 300 some. And then like 10 seconds later, I look over and it was like 35 and 4. It's funny how that works. Thinking of getting a forge soon. Okay, what is your goal? Is your goal to become a bladesmith, or is your goal to become a blacksmith? Because if you want to be a bladesmith, there's a lot more tools that you need, besides a forge. And a lot of those tools you're going to use a lot more than you will a forge being started in knife making, bladesmithing. So what I actually recommend for people that want to get into this, if you want to go serious about it and you don't have the funds to buy everything at once, because who the heck does, get yourself a 2x72 belt grinder. It is a tool that, and you gotta get a good one, but it's a tool that you have to use throughout the knife making process. It's what we, professional bladesmiths use. Profiling the knife, doing bevels, sharpening, shaping the handle, finish work on the handle. All that stuff is done on that piece of equipment. So if you go and get a forge going, and say you get a forge and handle, so you start making these nice-shaped objects, what are you going to do with them? How are you going to finish them? You're going to grab an angle grinder and try to do it that way. You are not going to be happy with the results. So it's kind of putting the cart before the horse almost by getting a forge and not having a way to finish the knife. You can make knives without a forge, and it's a great way to get started. It's called stock removal. You take a piece of steel, sketch out the design of the knife, cut it out of that steel. You're not forging anything in shape. You grind the bevels in, how to heat treat it. Well, usually, like, I grind my bevels after the heat treat process, typically, not always. But you can have those blades that you design, you cut out, you profile the shape, heat treated by somebody else, send them away, find somebody local. I've done it a lot for other people. And then you get those knives back, they're heat treated, they're tempered, you go straight to your grinder and start working on finish work. It's a way to get the basics of knife making down before you jump into forging. And then when you go into forging, you already know how it all should work, how it all should look, and so you have a step ahead, in my opinion. That was a long-winded answer. Or response, I should say. Flip it to the other side, and then I get it nice and hot, and we are going to straighten that out just because it bugs me. I don't need it straight.
I must have
It's been a while. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think I just used what I had already had. It's no good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I stirred and stirred and stirred. It's full of bombs.
Yeah. Okay, well, we can. I can't do.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to tell you.
I know, but we can do that later. Hey, that's what I'm here for. So with my page, and this is what is originally intended for on TikTok and pretty much everything is, I want to help people get into this because I see, especially myself having PTSD, this is a great outlet. On top of the fact I'm ADHD and I get hyper focused on things, and this is also a great outlet for that. So, but yeah, I want to help people get into this because I can see the benefits of it, even if you're doing it as a hobby. If you want to go full time with it, like I have done, is a very long road, and I'm very fortunate for how that path has gone for me up to this point. And nobody else should compare themselves against that or any other person. You got to do things at your pace, make your own financial ability. The way I set this up is every dollar that I made making knives went straight back into it, and pulling profit back for myself. So after I got the tools I needed, I started building up savings in the business, and that's what's kept that going this year when I haven't been able to focus on it as much and get as many sales. But hopefully things are picking up. So, yeah. All right. We are going to come over here. Turn that way down. Now, this is, I'm running the forge really hot, 2100 degrees. It doesn't have to be that hot. But if I've got issues, like I just found a couple, it can help me adjust and figure things out a little quicker, I guess. Helps me move the steel a little easier too. All right, so I see, where is it? Ah. All right, so I don't usually do flux welding, but I'm gonna use this stuff. It's recommended by Jason Knight, so I got it, and it's worked really well. I think it's mostly pure borax, like really refined borax, and some powdered steel of some sort. That's what I think it is. Nobody watched on that one, so I don't care. Okay. We need to get these potential problems on the edges handled. Now what I did with a lot of it is I ground through any A-seams, cracks, anything like that that didn't forge well together really well. But I didn't get deep enough on these two, one on this end, one on this end. So I'm going to try forge welding together. If that doesn't work, then I'll probably have to grind them out. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. All right. Hey, what's up, man? Just sent you an invite if you want. Same with Nikita. I'm just hanging out. I'm working on my competition knife, so. Just a little. Good. Good morning. Yeah. Why is it not working? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, barely, and I've only got you in a little section of my screen. I'm trying to figure out how to fix that. Yeah, I'm confused. So, hey, I think that is that better? All right. I am. What are you working on? A drilling tang. Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes so much more sense than the way I was taught, the way I started doing it. So a lot of my integral bolster knives that I've had kind of sitting waiting to be done. Now I really don't know if I want to finish because I know how to do that now. But we'll see. To draw out the tang and from the same piece, and then use file guides to flatten it, convey it up to the handle material. But that way, yeah. But the way of that people are doing it now, it just makes so much more sense, and you can be so much more accurate with your handle material, I think. Okay. Yeah, I've been asked to join my local blacksmith association. I don't have the time, at least currently, to invest in that kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Oh, and, what's going on? Oh, I get what you're saying. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to do some more of those. You what? Uh, thank you. Yeah, I put these little nylon washers in there. They're paper thin, and that helps. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's super soft as I'm working with it right now. Yeah, it's ready. I have not yet. But it makes so much sense. A what? God damn it. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. You could do it that way. What's your challenge you're working on? Oh. Huh. You know, and I'm just messing around with friction folders at the moment. Um, I haven't done any kind of locking folder yet. It's, right. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, do it, man. Get that quality time in. All right, take it easy, man. You too. So. Okay. All right. Well, I am about to either ruin a beautiful piece of mosaic Damascus or make something awesome. So we'll see how that turns out. Let's hope. All right. What's that? All right. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I think it's about time to anneal this again. But hey, Vikia. This is I'm not done with it, but oh, no worries. Oh, no worries. Yeah, why are you not wearing your glasses? Uh, works. Cool. No problem. All right, sounds good. Later. All right. Okay. I'm gonna get this nice and hot, and then we're gonna move to the power hammer, I think. I'm gonna make that tip a little quicker than I'm gonna do it on the anvil. Mainly because my energy level today is dwindling severely. Yeah, and like I just said, my energy level is dwindling. That's why I'm not skating. I only got a couple hours of sleep. My brain would not shut off. So, yeah, I don't have the coordination for that today. Yeah. Yeah, I actually haven't put on my skates in a couple months now. At least it feels like it. I did full-on shop field day cleaning last week. Kind of thinking I might, but didn't end up doing it. I feel like that's all I can do, at least for now, with the power hammer. Simply because I'm so nervous about this piece of steel. I've got so many hours into making this mosaic Damascus that if I ruin it, it'll be very disappointing. And it is hot out here. I promise I'm not trying to do a thirst trap. Oh, I can't even get my. Ah. Couldn't even get my hands on my sleeves. Where did I put this? Whoops. That's not intentional. All right, hey, if you're just coming in, thank you for joining. My name is Brock. Right now, I am working on my Forged in Duck Sauce competition knife. It's going to be a chef's knife. That's the competition. I am in Washington State, Eastern Washington, Spokane. Now, normally I might not forge a mosaic Damascus piece to shape, so I don't distort the pattern. But in this case, I want to distort the pattern. I want to give it a little extra character. Right now, this is mosaic Damascus, like I just said, and I made a 15N20 and 10A4. Right now, I'm running the forge at just over 2,000 degrees. We're at 2,023 degrees, according to my temperature probe. And I believe it. I've done a lot of testing. It's usually within 10, 15 degrees. Arkansas, right on. The worst part is waiting for the steel to heat up. Waiting until you can move some metal. Six Jen, how you doing? You can actually see a little bit of the mosaic if I can get the light right. I can see my own. Barely. Just doesn't quite come through right on the camera. Check something. All right. I'm working through the process of what I need to do to get this forge to shape in my head. Just because with this design that I'm doing, it's doesn't like break rules or anything like that, but it's just done differently than I typically would, or I think that anybody typically would. And that is also why I am nervous about this actually turning out. Because if this doesn't turn out, I don't have much time. I leave for Blade Show West like 0 dark 30 Thursday morning. That cuts into my week, and I've got orders I'm working on too. All right. Now what I want to do. All right, so with this, I'm going to do a thin blade, and then at the back of that blade, I'm going to pinch it and turn it up into what is going to be the tang, at least part of the tang. So it's going to get pinched. So it'll be wider sideways as it goes up, and then flatten back out and go out to the tang. That's how it is in my head. Finish Bowie knife and take it. What do you mean, Kevin? I'm going to use the rolling mill. I'm going to do this tank incrementally so I can get the right length. Before I do that, I'm going to mark the length of my anvil. That way I've got it in my head and I can use it as reference. So the competition calls for an 8 to 10 inch blade. So what I did is I marked it at 9 inches, dead in the middle. That way, if I'm over under, I'm safe. I'd rather be closer to over than closer to under, but shooting in the middle, typically I can get within a 1/4 inch. So it's usually not too bad of a problem. Oh, yeah, so this contest is actually for chef's knives only. So there's 40 of us, bladesmiths, and the competition this time, maybe different in the future, I'm sure it will be, is chef's knives. Hey, Grace, how you doing? Let me know if you want to join. Okay. Back to what I was going to do. I'm sorry. Old jacket in here. It's too late in the year for those guys. Okay. Okay, now I'm starting to see it. I'm looking at it, how I want the metal to move, how I want the tip to turn. This is not going to be where the edge is. That tip is actually pulled up this way, and the edge is going to be on that side. All right, on man. Yeah, so this this chef's knife's going to be interesting, to say the least. I'll show you the design I have going. Might not make a lot of sense. But it'll make more sense when it's done, assuming it gets done. Assuming it turns out. In a way. In a way, yes. But in a weird way. Okay, how it's doing. Also got to pay attention to thickness. Thanks, man. We'll see if it turns out. I feel very under the gun on it. Mainly because I'm going to Blake Show West next week, or this week. I forget Sunday, and yeah, I don't have much time left. Why do I keep getting requests to join people's lives? People I don't know. People that don't say anything. That's weird. All right, I got to this. Sorry. And this annealing, so I can keep manipulating it. Man, this looks weird, but it may always look weird. We'll see. right, so that's the thickness. I think I'm gonna go, and I got the length pretty well down. I think. Yeah. So the stuff I gotta do next is gonna be challenging. Like, make or break this project, challenging the more I think about it. Makes me nervous. But you put so much work into a mosaic gymnastics like this, I feel it's not uncommon to feel like this when you get to a point where you're drastically going to alter that billet, and you know there's no turning back once you do. I feel like I'm justified feeling nervous. You're going to, over here, I'm going to do some adjustment. Light ready. Almost ready. Well, that's going to take some time. That's all right. I want to do this nice and slow. Just moving a little bit of steel at a time. That way, hopefully prevent over moving it, making it too thin and not usable or something stupid. That's yeah. All right, don't turn it back now. But I guess if it doesn't turn out, I can always take pieces of it and make smaller knives. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see if we're no. Yep. All right, that needs to sit a little extra long. Make sure it's nice and hot. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. There you go. Look at that sketch again. And I think I'm going to move it closer. thinking through my next steps. So on this next step, I'm going to stop using the horn because I want to make a 90-degree angle. And this is just going to cause a divot where I don't want it. I could probably fix it after the fact, but what? So I think this is the way I want to do it. Let's see. Oh, wait, no, we'll go that way. Right? Yes. Shit. Fuck. Okay. This had DLAM. There it is. All right, so trying to think of how to fix this. If I can't close that DLAM, I'm gonna have to cut it out. What? Real man, okay. I am located in Washington State, Eastern Washington. A little bit hotter. A little bit hotter, and then see if we can close it. Yeah, I know what I did wrong. So I was holding the billet pretty far back, and so I was putting stress in the middle of the billet. So if I had held it closer to the edge, it wouldn't have been as bad. However, this still would have been an issue later on. I would have seen it, but if I can tackle it now, I might be able to save more of the steel. Step 5, welcome. Okay, let's do it again. Okay. It looks close. We'll see. What's up? I could still see a little bit of separation in there. I think it could have been Ford scale, but we're gonna try again because even though that doesn't go that deep, cutting that out is going to alter the pattern there in a way that I don't really want to if I can help it. So it's not the end of the world if I have to grind that bit out, but it's not ideal. Let's try it. Probably won't work at this time, at this point, but let me give it a shot anyways, just to see if I can close that up. It's barely open. I mean, we're talking, I bet it's a millimeter deep right now, but it could still open up a fissure. So if I can get fully closed, I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit, grind it, and then, yeah. All right, so question is, what is today's job? So I am working on a Mosaic Damascus piece of steel that's going to be part of a chef's knife for the Forged in Duck Sauce competition. 40 Smiths, 40 Chef's Knives. I have until the end of the month to get this done and delivered to, I think, Florida or something. I can't remember where Priest is at, but where he lives. But yeah, I've got a lot to do and no time to do it. Hey, thanks, Kevin. Have a good one. North Carolina, okay. All right. Okay. I may have to grind that out. But in the meantime, because I have heat here, try this the way I should have been doing it. Ah! Okay. All right. So, what I'm frustrated with is right there. Barely a seed. But let's go get rid of it. All right. I need to make that pinch tighter. So I think I will go back to the horn. Just thin that out a little bit more.